Thanks for staying with us. We'll be starting the newspaper reviews with The Nation. Major headline: states will pay only sustainable minimum wage, says governor. Subnationals to adopt justice sector summit resolutions. New twist to Olubadan as kingmakers Ladoja disagree. Police parade mastermind of Kaduna Abuja train attack. Binance chief's money laundering trial stalled. Petrol scarcity persists in cities. NGE seeks repeal of anti-press freedom law. EFCC Cubana chief priest in near settlement. What stories do we have in The Nation?
So I'll take the major headline. So it says, governors yesterday sounded a note of caution to workers against unduly high expectations from the minimum wage negotiations. States will pay only implementable and sustainable wages, they said, but expressed commitment to improve salaries for workers. The members of the Nigerian Governors Forum said they would ensure workers in their states earn more than they currently do, but that each state would pay according to what they can actually afford. The federal government on January 30 inaugurated a 37-man tripartite committee on minimum wage. It was tasked with recommending a realistic national minimum wage that aligns with the current economic realities, but an agreement is yet to be reached. The Nigerian Labour Congress is demanding 615,000 naira national minimum wage per month. That's not realistic, if you ask me. Yes. It said the figure was the product of a painstakingly effort through which it captured the cost of living of Nigerian workers and masses in all parts of the country. Labour said the figure was essentially an outcome of independent research conducted by the NLC and Trade Union Congress on the cost of meeting the primary needs, and that the current 30 minimum wage expired on April 18th. They're commending Edo State Governor for increasing the minimum wage, to 70,000. Yes, for people to 70. Yes, to 70,000. And then Cross River counterpart Basi Otu promised 40,000 naira. But all other states are saying that they can only pay what they can afford. Excuse me, can only pay what they can afford, and then that it's all under review for now. The governors also commended and commiserated with the Rivers State governor on the explosion that happened in the state and how they handled it. And they also said that there will be training programs for truck drivers across the country so that such things don't happen again. I think that's a good one.
Yeah. I have this story. It's good news, but of course based off of really terrible news. As we remember the March 28, 2022 Kaduna Abuja train attack. So there are two suspected masterminds that have been arrested and being paraded by the police. They are Ibrahim Abdullahi, also known as Mande, and his accomplice Awal Ayuba. And they said that in their possession, they found several ammunitions, including 48 AK-47s. All these were recovered from the police. So they said on the 27th of April, so the police is giving us how this happened, said vigilante members arrested and brought to the station one Awal Ayuba, age 27, a resident of Kubacha town. He's suspected of being, the kidnapper. And then also that this particular suspect confessed to being a member of kidnapping gang. He participated in several kidnappings, in the area. He's also being accused of kidnapping, participating in the kidnapping incident at the Greenfield University. So he also mentioned his counterpart, who is called Mande. He insisted that he's not part of that group, neither is he the leader, but was being referred to as the leader. He said he does not even know this other person, he's not the leader, but, based on evidence, the police believe that they are, they are working together and part of a gang. So I don't know if I should remind us of the sad story. 8 passengers that evening were killed, and 62 were abducted. So the police also was saying to us how they were able to finally come about this arrest. They said there's a helicopter now that has been deployed at night when the trains are moving. It gives like a aerial surveillance of the train. So this has also helped, going forward. And a lot of other things that they have put in place is helping them in this investigation and to also make this arrest and the rescue of some victims of kidnapping.
Okay, so that Greenfield school, it's now dead. Honestly, when you're going into Kaduna, it's dead. It's so disheartening, honestly. The business is now down. Because I remember when the parents they're the ones that gathered money, gathered, because they demanded for food items and all. They gathered all that money to go and give the kidnappers. And the person, they just got like 2 or 3. There are so many of them.
There must be. I hope that this is not
that
the last we hear of them. I hope that we hear of the proper investigation and also rounding up of everybody in this gang. Yeah.
So I have a story. The army has taken a significant step to prevent the killing of its troops through ambush by terrorists and bandits. Said in the last 1 month, 24 army officers and men were killed through ambush in Delta and Niger states while on peace missions. Yesterday, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, that they are going to be taking the delivery of mine-resistant ambush. That this is going to ensure the safety of its personnel in the battle against terrorists and economic saboteurs. We understand that the army is usually engaged in different operations in virtually all the 36 states, and so they need to better protect themselves. So they said the MRAP vehicles are a family of automobiles designed to provide increased crew protection against operational threats such as improvised explosive devices. So the cars that will protect them in case there are bombs thrown at them. And they are also going to be taking, a whole lot of other equipment that will help the army do its work. And they are, talking about how the president has supported their, their work going forward. They talked about, I wanted to mention some of the things that they will be getting. Okay, they are also expecting the mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles in a few weeks from the support they are getting from Mr. President, and they're putting everything together to make sure that the security situation across Nigeria improves, tremendously. So hopefully we'll hear more. They are also trying to get ready their aviation sector as well, so that they can just cover most of the other places. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a story on the petrol scarcity persists in cities. Marketers sell at cutthroat prices. NMDPRA fails to regulate retailers. The all-important product that oils the wheel of the economy and aids the movement of commuters and goods remains scarce across the country yesterday. So it's like they are debating amongst the marketers what's going wrong, how come the scarcity still continues is still on after 2 weeks. So they are saying that some of the filling stations have adjusted the pump price to 700 to 800 naira per liter.
Wow.
Then the NMDPRA are nowhere to be found. So they are the ones that are supposed to go to the filling stations and close down those filling stations that are selling above
the pump price.
The price that they said NNPCL said there are more than 1.5 billion liters that can last for more than a month.
But
and
how
then
are we not getting them?
Exactly. So, and again, they now said that Major Energies Marketers Association, that's NEMO, they have about 300 million liters with them. So they are saying that it's supposed to be enough, it's supposed to go around, but they are wondering where the problem is coming from.
Yesterday they said it was because
black
of
marketers,
the Middle East,
well,
Gaza, Israeli war.
That's affecting
everybody. They are just everybody just looking for.
Okay, I think I have a bit of an answer in another story.
Okay.
Let's go now to the Punch. Major headline: 9,000 marketers may lose licenses. Ipman begs NMDPRA, NNPC not to delist operators from sales portal to avert fuel crisis. Queues persist as more filling stations open for sale. Pump price drops marginally. 615,000 naira pay. Governors demand sustainable minimum wage. We've taken that story. Government borrows 11 trillion via bonds, T-bills in 4 months. EFCC move against schools charging dollars. Federal government warns saboteurs as power generation rises to 4,800 megawatts. Police stumble on drug den after Lagos market fracas. Underbridge apartments, ejected tenants may face prosecution. London sword attack. Federal government condemns Nigeria-British boy's murder. Police allays fear as IPOB declares May 30 sit at home. Let's take one story before we go on a break. Who's ready?
Okay, so I will take the story of the fight that happened at the Ile April market in Okeodo area of Lagos State. So they said youths and some hoodlums got into a clash. So the story is that they were participating in betting, and then some groups of people, a particular person said that he did not get the full amount that he won. And because of that, they got fighting. He got his colleagues, everybody came out, and the fight broke out through the night. And then they were now divided into 2 factions and started burning shops and things. There were people, innocent, hardworking Nigerians that were affected. One lady says, I sell tomatoes and all sorts of condiments. I've lost everything. They said the losses came up to about millions, you know. And the police said in investigation trying to stop everything, they found a den of what they call, you know, where they do all sorts of illegal and illicit activities. And in fact, a drug den, you know, was uncovered during the period. So they said during all this fight, the fire truck tried to come in. They pelted it, threw stones at it until it reversed. You know, the police tried to get in. They attacked them until, you know, they could not really do anything until the thing became so bad to this point. So anyway, the Lagos State is handling it, yes, and we'll see some semblance of order.
Let's take a short break now. When we come back, the newspaper reviews continue. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.